Hey everyone, welcome to the first What's Next in Raid episode of 2023. It's only fitting that we kick the year off with some huge news about what's coming to the game. So, let's waste no time in getting right into it. First up, let's start with the new PvE content. We're supercharging some of our familiar dungeon bosses, making for a really tough endgame challenge. Introducing Hard Mode Dungeons. When we say hard mode, we mean hard mode. These aren't just minor buffs and tweaks. We've really changed up the mechanics and abilities of these bosses, adding devilish new twists to old classics. That's not to say you'll have to change how you approach dungeons entirely. Old stages will remain the same, with these remixed dungeons being accessible via 10 extra stages for the Dragon's Lair, Ice Golem's Peak, Fire Knight's Castle, and Spider's Den. So, let's meet our combatants. These bosses weren't exactly nice to start off with, but a creeping darkness has tainted them even further. They're tougher, stronger, and more brutal than their regular counterparts. So, bring your A game. Let's start with the noxious dragon. It's Tainted Hellrazor. Rather than more fire, this malevolent fiend has doubled down on horrific poisons. His mephitic fire skill will apply twice as many poison debuffs as its normal counterpart, Wall of Fire, and it beefs up Tainted Hellrazor with a 50% increase attack buff for good measure. Also, his secret skill, Toxic Incineration, will activate all poison debuffs on your champions at once. This caustic explosion can deal major damage, so be sure to bring someone who can cleanse these poisons from your team. Now, let's take a look at Tainted Klyssus and see what new tricks he's hiding up his frozen sleeves. Debilitating Frost will remove all debuffs from Tainted Klyssus and decrease your team's turn meter by 30%. Also, he's now utterly immune to poisons. Makes sense, seeing as he's literally made from ice. So, how do you defeat something made of ice? You melt it. HP Burn is your friend here. It deals 10% more damage to Tainted Klyssus and destroys the max HP of his minions, making it easier to put them back into the ground whenever they get dragged back into the fight. Needless to say, some teams that used to shine in this dungeon will be getting the cold shoulder from Tainted Klyssus instead. Be prepared to change your teams accordingly. Next up, the Ice Golem's hot-tempered counterpart, Tainted Fyro, the Fire Knight. If you thought his shield was nasty before, just wait until you see it now. It goes from needing 12 hits to break in Stage 25 of normal mode to needing 21 hits in Stage 10 of hard mode, and that's not even your biggest worry. Attacking Tainted Fyro's shield will destroy your champion's max HP by 1%. Need more HP destruction? His Corrupting Blaze skill also destroys your team's HP by 15% of the damage dealt, meaning whatever he does, your HP is taking a hit. You'll need to find a way to counter this, or else Tainted Fyro will be carving through your champions like a hot knife through butter. Oh, and he's immune to turn meter reduction too. Sorry all you Cold Heart and Allure fans. However, all hope is not lost. Turns out Tainted Fyro just needs to chill out. Okay, using freeze may not literally freeze him, but it will cause him to lose 15% of his turn meter per freeze debuff. Cool. Let's move on to our next star, Tainted Skavag, and her endless brood of spiderlings. The changes to her dungeon should send shivers down your spine. First, Tainted Skavag is immune to turn meter reduction and HP burn. We're not kidding. In fact, if you've got HP burn on her spiderlings, each AP burn activation will now partially heal her, so you'll definitely want to avoid that. Also, her spiderlings are immune to freeze, so that old trick won't save you either. However, where one door closes, another one opens. Each time a spiderling dies, Skavag loses a chunk of her HP. So, upping your area of effect game and blasting her entire clutch to Kingdom Come is now a viable strategy. Another saving grace is that hard mode spiderlings aren't any tougher than they are on Stage 25 of normal mode. So if you can splat them there, you can splat them here. Overall, hard mode dungeons live up to their name, and taking them on is well worth the effort. Along with yielding greater rewards and more event or clan v clan tournament points, hard mode dungeons will also drop mythical artifacts and accessories. Until now, you could only get mythical artifacts from Hydra battles, but it wasn't exactly an easy location to farm. Once hard mode dungeons go live, you'll get to choose which sets to hunt for and have more ways to earn mythical artifacts and accessories. And trust me, you'll want these mythical goodies to prepare for the challenges we've got cooking this year. Speaking of challenges, we all know that the best thing in life is to crush your enemies, climb the ranks of the arena, and become the best in the world. But until now, you could only test your strength against AI-controlled defense teams, And we know you all dreamed of more than that. You want to go head-to-head with other players to feel the thrill of real-time PvP and test your skill against opponents as cunning as you are. Now, at last, we can say that dream is becoming reality. Live Arena is coming to Raid. We're super excited about it and can't wait to see how Raid's PvP scene will evolve after the feature goes live. We won't go into too much detail today, so consider this an appetizer before a full feature preview video later this year. Live Arena will be available to all players who are level 50 and above. You can queue up for battles several times a day on a set schedule, a necessary measure to avoid long wait times in a PvE-focused game like Raid. Once you've queued up, you'll be added to the matchmaking pool, and you'll get matched up against an opponent as soon as possible. After pairing up with an opponent, the Battle of Wits begins with picking champions. During this phase, both players will pick their champions one by one, building a team of 5. Each player will then get to ban a single enemy champion from the fight and choose their team leader. No doubt some of you more devious players will come up with plenty of mind games for this. Oh, and one thing to mention, you won't be able to use duplicate champions in the higher Live Arena tiers. Once the teams have been drafted, the battle begins. It won't be all that different as far as core mechanics are concerned, except you're fighting a real human. So be prepared for nasty surprises that the AI could never come up with. All phases in battle will have an overall time limit and a limit on player turns. Should the overall time limit run out, both players will receive a defeated result. You're fighting the clock as much as you're fighting your opponents here, so don't try and stall out for the win. On top of the sheer awesomeness of fighting other players in real time, there'll be dedicated Live Arena quests, new artifacts, a new addition to the Great Hall where you can spend your hard-earned Live Arena crests, and other rewards to look forward to. But we'll talk about all that later. Those are the two main features we'll be working on in the near future, but we also have some significant quality of life updates coming too. First of all, we're going to make separate multi-battle settings for various game modes and even for some individual dungeons. This should make it even easier to customize your farming teams and ensure they don't run into any trouble during their artifact hunts. We're also expanding your artifact selling options in multi-battle mode. Right now, you can only choose what rank of artifacts you want to get rid of, but we're changing it so you can pick which artifacts you want to keep based on the rank, rarity, type, set, specific substats, or any combination of these factors. It won't be difficult to set up, and it'll make your farming a lot smoother. We're also adding a new sorting option for artifacts and accessories that'll allow you to sort your gear by stats. For players with many artifacts, it should help you keep on top of things. Finally, we're going to sort out the chaos that is the Fragment Summons tab. Champions that are currently unavailable by any means will be hidden from the list, unless you've got at least one of their fragments. It's a small enough change, but it'll make navigating fragment summons much easier. And finally, it wouldn't be a What's Next video without showing off some awesome new champions in the pipeline. Many of these fabulous barbarians, fashionable Ogrins, and their friends are all but ready to jump into the summoning pool and join the fight for Teleria. A few are still in the early stages of development, and we need to iron out some new mechanics. They'll be worth the wait, and we think you guys will love them. And that's it for this episode of What's Next in Raid. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to keep up with all the exciting stuff coming this year. Until then, happy raiding!